Hi everyone, my name is Odina and today I wanna share with my experience how I learned Russian language all by myself. Okay, I want to say that my English language is still weak, but I really want to do these videos in English, and because it really keeps me motivated and helps me to learn and practice on my language, English language. Let's dive in. First, I should mention that I didn't go to Russian school and I learned the Russian language all by myself, and what I did and what keeps me motivated and really helps me to speak in Russian and to think in Russian and just be to feel free in Russian language. But I need to say that learning any kind of language is not a matter of the 1 year. You should know that in a relaxed way, if you want to learn any kind of language, it takes several years because it's not easy. If you look at it realistically, you should know that it really requires time, several years maybe, and truly dedication. What I did and what kind of techniques helps me to learn Russian all by myself. First, I remember that I watched everything in Russian, everything, like all movies, all TV shows I watched in Russian. And of course, first I didn't understand every word. After some time, my mind just started to understand like naturally. It was really interesting to understand that I didn't learn grammar, I didn't go to Russian school, I didn't take any Russian courses, I didn't teach Russian with teachers. I think that the really important thing here is your motivation. If you really want learning any kind of language, first you should ask yourself, do you really want to speak in this language? Because if you don't want it, you do first 3 months and skip it. That's why it is really important that you should really do it by just for fun. It of course can motivate you and keeps you learning it to next several years. I'm gonna share with you with my techniques what I did. First, I watched everything in Russian. And second, I didn't like to read books. I didn't like study it at school. I remember that I hate all the studies and these books, and I didn't read anything. But if you want to read something, I really highly recommend you read everything in that language that you are learning. Okay, third is, I remember that I started thinking in Russian language. The next is speaking. You can speak with yourself. And from me, some suggestions to you is they gonna be reading in that language. Do shadowing. Shadowing is one of the perfect way to learn any kind of new language. It really helps you to understand that new language, to more be coherent in that language. And so reading, shadowing, speaking, writing all your feelings, emotions about your day. You can write everything that you want to do. For example, I write 10 reasons to be grateful for today, and you can do it in that language that you gonna learn. So it was my experience. I can say that I'm still learning my Russian language because I'm not professional on it, but I can easily, in a relaxed way, I can express myself. I can watch any kind of movie, TV shows without any difficulties to understand the communication of people. If you want to really begin to learn new language in a relaxed way, you should keep in mind that it's gonna take several years. Maybe in your way, it's gonna take some short period, but you should start to do it for just for fun, for that reason, because you are love this language. So it was my experience, and if you find something useful for you, please feel free to left any comment below, and see you on my next videos. Goodbye.